Yeah. So I am going to make a white girl joint. So how are we doing? Let's see, which one am I going to use? So I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. They're doing good things and not being badasses. No, not just badasses, but they're not being assholes. I had a friend, she had been fished so many times that her rule was simple. Just give me your first, middle, and last name. And she would do a search on these guys before she would head out the door. Oh yeah, she got fished more than me, so I can be at least lucky in that aspect that my friend who had to do searches on them, more or less she used that thing where you can just you use a first, middle, and last name, and you pretty well can do a search on someone. She used to just get the first and last name, and she would do well enough in the search to feel comfortable go out with that person. So she would go out, and what she had figured was that that was one of the best things that she ever got. She had been, told by the dating group, because it was a small dating group that was run in her small town, because she wanted to date someone that was Christian, and this guy said he was Christian and all this stuff, and they got the pastor thinking he's just the next thing to Jesus Christ until she did a background check on him. I mean, this guy was so flamboyant. He made a copy of his driver's license and gave it to her, and she used it. And she said that was, if he would have just given his first and last name, it was not, yeah, I did two separate searches. And she goes, the driver's license really nailed him on a bunch of stuff. And she said he was no longer Jesus Christ. And yeah, she didn't go out with him. He was a habitual liar. Yeah. Hi, how are you? All right. Put a thumbs up, and we are having an open conversation, and we are talking about a friend of mine who she had been fished more times than me. And if you're in that spot where you really are tired of trusting people and you just go, well, you know what, just prove me wrong, let me do a background check on you. And if they are that serious about you, then they'll more or less, Now, of course, there are, and I'm going to be honest with you, people who in the 90s that were big celebrities who are now been in, who had to, they just didn't go back to Hollywood. And what happened was they are working regular jobs like you and me. And a lot of them I would do background checks on. And I don't know, who they are, but I've heard, you know, like I said, my friend was fished a whole lot of times, and she's like, Steph, I can't believe how many times I've been fished. And I go, well, how many times have you been fished? And she said, well, she went out with a guy who first he put like one of those Craig Dad things in for if you want to help sell his like diet aids and stuff. And she's like, he was such a bullshit artist from the get-go. She did a background check, and he's like, let's just put it this way, I don't think so. I had neighbors who were selling this diet stuff, and I'm like, I gained weight off of it. It didn't do a GD thing. I'm like, so you want to buy more? If you want to buy more, we suggest you start selling it. And I go, you know what, when I went on eBay. I talked to a person who told me it doesn't do GD. It doesn't nothing. You're wasting your time. I'm selling it with other stuff that does do things that it proclaims, but that stuff no. So I was sadly told by many other people, including work colleagues, who said that it was a scam, and then it was later found out it was a scam. My next door neighbors tried to get me into like a pyramid scam thing to try to get to. I'm like, ah, no. And then our relationship went kaputi puti. So always be careful with neighbors. Some people, uh, if they sell certain things that is, I guess it would seem like almost occultish, uh, you might want to steer clear of buying those items. Amway, another one. I got in an argument with the salesperson because what happened was we were moving and we used to have a filter thing that was pretty good, and they had mentioned their filter thing, which they brought out of the box. It looked like exactly like what we had, except they wanted $75. And I'm like, I don't got that. And we're moving. That's why I don't have the filter on there, because he wanted a glass of water. And he made the notice how it looked and all that. I was like, fuck, I should have just went into the fridge and got it, because I had a certain amount of water. I just didn't want to share. That came from the faucet that was filtered. I just didn't want to forget the filter thing. So anyhow, we got into an argument and I said, oh, I am not going to go to church because they're right associated with our church that I was going to. And I'm like, yep. So that's where that one went. I was like, oh, crap. So, when things, I've learned, if you're dealing with people buying, I don't know what brand a lot of churches buy, but they put it as a very churchy thing, and I did not get that feeling with the people selling it. I felt like I brought in the devil and the devil's advocate into my apartment that time. I really did. I felt like, wow, that's like the devil's advocate. The way they were treating me and belittling me. I looked at him, I go, God, my asshole got a higher IQ than your ass does, but it is what it is. There we go. I had to grind some down. I was like, oh, I got some still in here. I better grind it down. There we go. All right. Woohoo. So I'm just sitting there thinking, wow. I used to work in the weed industry. We used to use a different, thing. I wanted to buy one of them. They're really nice. But the ones that they include in here are just as good. So I never went to look to buy anything extra. But yeah, my wet girl jeans. I'm just not putting keef in them because I just don't have any more left. Usually when I work a lot, I only use keef when I go to bed, and that's it. Oh, I got two people. Oh, I'm so sorry. I got so busy with my making my joints. Hi, I'm Omega, and I live here in Pahrump. I talk about Pahrump and small living, and I have the choice of spending an hour's drive, and I shop over at the outlet malls over in Vegas, and I am thinking of when I start. I've been laid off, so I have been thinking of doing a thing where I hook something on my car and I can actually show you my drive to an outlet mall. And it's a pretty much sharp you pretty much go straight to Las Vegas Boulevard and you hang a left at Las Vegas Boulevard, and then you stay in your right hand lane, and So anyway, yeah, I've come to this whole, you know, thing. Oh, I appreciate you coming in and, you know, put a thumbs up. I've had some weed, so I get really, I have, I always joke with everyone. There's some friends of mine that make blunts. And when they make blunts, they're so damn nice. They're tight. They're nice. They're put together. My blunts look like something that Picasso would put together. All right? My blunts look like a Picasso thing. If he was able to do art with a blunt, that's what it would look like. Except it would probably be very, you know, colorful. If you notice, his artwork is one of the most that you can find on the internet in clothing. I wanted to buy this one Picasso dress, and I'm like, oh God, I don't have the money. But it's a Picasso dress. And I love it. So I know no one's going to have that kind of money. There's a lot of people out of work, so I would like to do a, oh, hi. I'm talking about people who are out of work. I'm been called back, so I am excited about that. Woo. I'm going to work. I will drive everyone nuts. I will make my manager cry in the shower while his kids laugh. No, I'm joking. We always joke about that, and it's just a joke. We all get along nice. We all play nice. Sometimes. So, I'm wearing I Don't Give a Frap shirt. This is my night shirt. I've been in my night clothes all day. I'm going to be honest. I really need to go to an outlet mall. I need to get some new shorts, new this, new that, you know. And I'm like, crap, I'm so broke. Oh, I want to pay off my credit card bills and stuff. So I'm hoping, you know, as always, I am hoping for a dear God, please, I'd like to get some things done, and I really need the help in extra money, so send me something. Have one of my godparents or godfathers or whatever who's alive that wanted to be my godparent so bad that they contact me and shower me with money. Amen. I don't know. I'm just trying to think out of the box. Well, look. Oh, I got one person left. Hey, it'd be great to have your. It would be great to have the like sign, and then if you subscribe. So anyway, here it is. I'm grateful. I got my. They wanted me back. They told me, don't be looking. We want you to come back. And I'm really, I'm going to be honest. I'm weird as all sin. I have a pair of pants, a pair of stretch, you know, like pants that say Doctor Who. And I got plenty of shirts to go with it. I got earrings and I got, you know, I got a necklace, Doctor Who. I got many other things with Doctor Who, including, oh, not forget, let me show you. Oh, I forgot to put my picture up. Let me put my picture up. Whew. Okay, this is what I got. Let's see if there needs any batteries. Oh yeah, this one pulls down. Woo! This one is cool. Let's see, how does that one go? Oh yeah. And you go. So if you know how to, it's a man's toy. If you go, Ba, 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 ba. It's my screwdriver. So these are the different ones. This is the original. Every doctor has a different screwdriver. Um, they had the first woman doctor of the series. I was like, oh my gosh. They had a great actress, and I thought she was amazing, but she didn't last long, you know. I mean, really, she only lasted one season, and then I don't know if she had something else to do. She was gone, and then there was another doctor. I don't know if it's just like they tried something out and it just didn't make it. So they got a new doctor. I like him. He's young, fresh, and you know, yeah. So I've been watching the Doctor Who, but when you watch the Doctor Who and you want to sleep, a lot of times they'll put this about, are you awake? You know, they'll ask that, and I'm like, crap, I want to watch. Oh, jeez. I don't know. It used to be great, you know, so I've been going through catching up on Doctor Who because I didn't have the money for, uh, you know, the extra things. I have it paid through I get Verizon, so I had all my, like, let's see, I got Hulu, Disney, and I have Netflix, and then I have for my Ghost Adventures is Max. So those are the things I got. And I'm like, there was rumors about Max letting go Ghost Adventures. Why? People would be pissed off. So I don't think, you know, if Max doesn't want to lose any subscribers, I suggest them to keep that because people were pissed on Reddit. It was like funny seeing them. Like, well, as far as I know, it still has it on mine, and they do. They have a lot of stuff, you know, of the Ghost Adventures, you know. And I do enjoy doing all that, but the thing is, I gotta pay my bills, you know. Oh, and I love I thought I was the only one, and I don't think it's bad to go there, you know, and pay to go there and stuff, because you would probably, you know, it's nice. The people there are nice, and I never been treated badly there, so it is what it is. I need more. I don't do this that often. Make a bunch of joints. So anyway, there we go. Yep, yep, yep. So I'm having some idiot that wants to be blocked keep bothering me from. Oh, I told him, I said, dude, you are realizing I'm, you know, not, I said, first of all, I don't do long distance relationships. I really don't. I have a guy who thinks we're still in a relationship one every 2 to 3 months and you have no communication in between. It's not a relationship. So I just haven't said nothing to him because it's just like, well, we haven't, um, how can I say, done anything if you get the gift. So it's like, uh, so someone's bothering me. Oh God. And it's like, dude, leave me alone. Quit looking for a wife on Facebook. So I am going to share it. All right, there we go. Hopefully the idiot will leave me alone and say, hey, um, I am on YouTube Live, leave me alone. But here's my YouTube thing. Hopefully he'll come in and press a thumbs up because I have yet to get a thumbs up. So yeah. Oh good. It's all nice and full. Ooh. Oh, this is some nice stuff. So here we go. I got the little pounders they put in there. One little bit more. There we go. And we'll sit. There we go. So I had somebody bother me that had messaged me, and I said, I really don't do long distance relationships, and I'm not leading you on. I am not looking for a relationship. If you're looking for a relationship and you live longer than an hour's drive away, sometimes when I go into Vegas, it's an hour and a half, but still, it's not that bad. I mean, you know. There we go. So anyway, yeah, it's back to work. See, how many do I have? Oh, shoot, I only have one. Dang. I better do something with that, huh? So put a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. And I have, well, it hasn't even hit a half an hour yet. I usually turn everything off, and I haven't found my plug-in for my computer, my pooter, so I can at least have music. I got to take my computer in. There's a lot of things I want to do. I just, at the moment, don't have the funds for that. But, yeah. So here I am going, well, I wonder, you know, what's going to happen. So yesterday I had a reaction to my tea. I put extra lemon in it with I put extra honey in it, and I don't think it helped out my stomach, and it just did not sit well. So I didn't feel well yesterday, and I still got a lot done, and I got a lot more to do, but I'm not worried about it. I know I'll get it done. So I'm excited. Work. Ooh. Yeah. So how are you doing? Hey. Oh boy. Hey. Oh. Mm, 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 mm. There we go. Oh, oh, I meant to do this. Well, oh well. Oh, I don't want to select more. I might as well do that. Let me, yeah, I'll select more photos. I want to find the photo with, I got a photo of my friend. It is so adorable. Oh, she's in a dress, and I'm going to put it out. Put it out. Let me see if that, no. Alrighty. There we go. Wow. Oh, here it is. Dee dee. Done. All right. Oh, it's not in here. Oh, here it is. Hi. Hi. This is my friend. You can't see the dress. She's wearing a dress. That's right. I am getting even. Crap. Now I can't. Where did my clone? This is my friend wearing a dress. Let me see. I got other ones. I put 2 in there. Oh yeah, this one's better. There we go. She's wearing a dress. Yeah. That's my friend. She's wearing a dress. That's Sid. Sid Vicious at work. Yeah. She doesn't watch this channel at all, so I don't have to worry. Oh. Let me see. So sometimes we get people on here, and it's not that they're, let's just put it this way. I know there's something that is off with certain people, and I really don't. When I do want people to come in and chat, but she's done some things that I think that she is trying to impose on people as a psychic and a knowing person, and I don't see the person that came in here as a psychic or knowing. I think she's a scam artist, and I just don't want her in my place. And if she keeps coming around, I will report her. So I had, my teeth have been really white. Not super white. When I have like something in marketing and we're going to be out and about in the marketing, I whiten my teeth. I really do. Each time, I don't care where it is, I whiten my teeth. My nails are done. So when you get certain people, and I use my gut feeling, I really do. When I get certain people on here and they act crazy weird to get attention and they push people away and they make my friends feel weird on here, and I'm very grateful. I owe a lot to my friend that comes in here. I know I'm never going to meet him as a moderator. I'm very, very grateful when he does come in here. Uh, um, she's been on here before, and she has said some really creepy, weird shit. And I don't know if she was on anything, what kind of drug she was on. You know, I mean, you can say what you want about somebody, but when you act the way she is acting, it creeps me out. And it does. I mean, you're just one of her friends. Probably just as nutty as she. She must have been on something, because she was saying shit that I was going, what are you talking about? What kind of physical shit are you talking about that I don't exist? And saying some really mean, off the hand shit about me. I was just like done with that shit. I really was. Oh, yeah, Carrie's right. You got to be careful. And yeah, you know, she comes off as being nice, but she talked about me not existing in an existual world, and how, you know, I'm gone in a blink of an eye and all kinds of shit that I was like, wow, you know. And we kept asking her, what is she, you know, talking about? And she went on a whole tirade, and I'm like, wow, okay, you know. Yeah. She went on. It's weird. Yeah, I don't want her back in this room. God dang. Woo. That girl gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in more ways than one. Really. And I don't want her back. And please tell her that. I really don't. She's not all there. And I have yet to become. When you go on there and you say the things that she did, when John, my moderator, left after she came in and started acting like she was a drunken whore, I was done. Yeah. So if you don't come on here, I'm not going to feel bad. The people you hang out with, I really wouldn't. I wouldn't wipe my ass and give them my used toilet paper. because what she said to me and the way she treated me was beyond the words of wrong. And you could go and find out which one it is. Yeah, that says it all. She's not all there. And the way she acted and the way she treated me was not all there. I do not want her in my room again. I rather have her go fuck around in Amsterdam, because whatever she was on, she came on here and she really pissed me off. And I did not delete it. It's in there. Just look on there. I'm not going to be looking. I welcomed her and stuff, and I finally had to kick her out because she wouldn't shut the fuck up or say what she was, you know. Yeah, she pissed me off. That after that, I don't want her back. I do not want her back. She's a fucking nutbag. All right. I'm not being. I'm sorry. I am not being negative. It's just that's how she came off, and she came off like I'm in love. I'm in love. You're not being nice. You don't exist. You know, like with the cat, you know, the lady pointing at the cat going, you don't exist. You're just a non-existential whatever being. You're nothing is what she said. And that's how I felt, like the cat, the white cat sitting there and the blonde lady going, you're nothing, nothing, nothing. You get it? All right. That's how she was treating me. And I do not want her back. If you consider her a friend, I do not consider her a person to ever come back here. She comes back here, I'll report her ass. And I didn't do that because it does put a ding on people. And I don't like doing that. I don't like that coming around for me. So I'm letting you tell her to stay the fuck away from me. Quit treating my platform as a dating thing, because that's what she's been doing, and I really don't appreciate it. We can talk privately and I'll send you a message of the shit she's done on my platform. I am not a dating slash money thing because she's asked people for money. All right, I'm done. Okay. Okay, I'll message you later and I will tell you, you know, what she's been doing when she comes on here, and I do not appreciate it. That's all she's done. Like, forever. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. So anyway, trying to get, you know, from me getting overexcited for nothing. You know, it is my show. It is my platform. I'd appreciate if you want to whore your body out or you want to do bad things with people that talk on here, please don't use it. We are not that kind of platform. I am not dressed super sexy. I'm wearing night clothes that an average person wears. All right? I do not appreciate people coming on here just in general. And I've had that problem on TikTok. I had to block people who are women that have different platforms as a, I guess you would say, as a person that sells their body. And these platforms where you hooker yourself out, a lot of them, I used to get all the advertisements and stuff from people, you know, and I'd have to delete them and stuff. When I got moderators, for some reason they just don't come around. But I get the people in general come on here and they try to get anybody they can, including I had a guy who I tried to be nice to help with his channel, and I was going to do an interview. He's a travel type channel. I said, well, you can ask me. We can do a thing where we can have videos and stuff and we can connect them together and we can do this. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what he did? He had a scam business going on, and he bothered several of my viewers, and they're no longer viewers on my channel. They complained to me, And they also complained to YouTube, and it made it a little hard for me. So in that, I do have to be the way I am. Not because I want to be the Uber Bitch of the Month club. No, because I've been burned many times on here recently, like last year. The guy did that last year. So I do not put up with anyone trying to sell their goods. We are not that kind of thing. This is my platform. I am here in Pahrump, Nevada. All right. You know, I'm thinking if I had a bigger base of more than 1,000, you know, people on here, you know, not just when I'm talking, but as, I guess you would say, not, you know, when you, followers, people who subscribe, I would have a thing like once a month if I made enough money on here and meet somewhere where we have like pizza or nachos and have, you know, fun hanging out type thing. So anyway, yeah, I really take it seriously. I do not like to have my platform used as a sex platform. Okay, we are not in conjunction with P. Diddy, all right? And I'm going to have to put that out there. I am not conjunction with P. Diddy. We do not have freak offs, and we do not sell sex on my platform. You got that? Any kind of form of sex, and that's what was being done. And please tell her that I do not. I know where she lives is a little different on the sex trade, but here you do not go on someone's platform. You do not treat them like shit, and you do not come back thinking I forgave her, but guess what? I did forgive her, but I never want her to come back here ever, ever, ever again. All right? I don't even want her to change her name or whatever. I figure it out sooner or later. And I'm sorry she's your friend, but she used my platform to sell sex, and I am not that kind of thing. I could see it if it was 5 years ago. I used to just wear different outfits, and that's when I really obtained a lot of the problems. So I do not put it out. I smoke weed. Occasionally I have alcohol, and that's where it ends. I do not show any, you know, I do not try to come off as sexy. I try to come off as I'm telling my life here. I am a smart individual, but I do not like to be kicked in the ass and treated like shit, and my friends ask for money and stuff. I've had multiple people do that. And it wasn't just women, it was men too. And I try to be, you know, helpful. Let me help you with your channel. Oh, no, he wasn't that kind of helpful. He tried to scam several people with other stuff. This one guy was just horrible. Oh, it was, yeah. So in dealing with our open word, I am going to be talking about this platform is talking about Pahrump, Nevada. We talk about gaming, if you want to talk about whatever gaming, and I will try to get into it. I talk about ghosting, you know, searching for ghosts in different places that could be haunted. Even if you can't get on the inside, you can do like EVPs on the outside, because I drive by the Opera House every so often, and that's haunted. Oh yeah, I think I was just going to go outside and do EVPs and, you know, do that because, hey, why not? It's something different to do besides sitting home and smoking weed. Not that I don't mind. It's just, it opens up to different venues of something to do. All right, so, and when you're dealing with someone, when they come on your channel, and I had friends who used to joke about that, and we'd message on Facebook, hey, I'm going to go live. Could you catch my live feed? And I go, your friends are assholes. I hate going on there. This one friend kicked me off after he asked me to come on. So I go on there, and I would go on this chat, and this is what happened. This one chick got on there, and they had said, well, we have someone who is one of my friends, and he had mentioned my name and said, we want to put her on mic. We don't do this all the time. And I'm like, ah, crap. No, I'm going to get a gazillion bots or people wanting, they do that on their things. So I would notify who was fake and who wasn't. But anyway, yeah, it was nice. But yeah, one of the people just did not like me. One of the women loathed me. And I don't have to worry about her anymore. I think she's in jail. So I haven't heard back from my friend in a gazillion years, but yeah, I used to do that. When I lost my weight, certain friends that were attracted to heavier girls have not picked up, haven't, you know, I'm not on their, it just is what it is. Yeah. You have certain people that just talk to you. And that's when I was married. I used to deal with that, and I was like, crap, they're assholes. And he was just like, a friend. And he had a girlfriend. So I had no worries. It was just a friend that they used to talk about open shit, the pyramids and other stuff. I had done some research on the pyramids that month, and he liked to hear what I had to say. And their friends were actually impressed, because it was all fresh in the mind. It was about they gave out, it wasn't just like they said they had gold plated a lot of jewelry. It was the electricity to gold plate it where they get it. It was a big electricity plant, and they would pull up, there's ley lines all in the earth, and that's where they got the power, was through the ley lines. So there's pyramids throughout the world, and they're all on ley lines, and that's a powerful source of energy. Yeah, don't come back. You did rub me the wrong way. I don't want you back. I just, goodbye. Bye. I don't I don't care to have you in, I don't even care if you subscribe. That's where I'm at. And you really did rub me the wrong way saying I did not exist. And you really need to go to like a 12-step program and stick to it, because whatever you were taking or doing, if it was weed, I would take a 12-step program. I'm stepping away from it for a little while. Whatever you were on that night, I do not want to know that person ever again. And do not darken my doorway. Do not ever come and see me. I do not care if you are in my life. Amen. I forgive what you have done, but I do not want you to darken my area. I just don't want it. I'm done. Sid Vicious. Oh yeah. I wouldn't mess with her. Now if she hits you, you can hit her back. Well, in most cases. And she'll get me back one way or another. No hurt. And I just feel bad about saying that to someone, but you get to the point where you're like, I'm done. Please don't come and darken my doorway. I'm really done. Whatever you think is normal, other people don't think is normal. You need to seek help. You really need to seek help. And I don't want you near me. I consider evil. Please leave me alone. Just please leave me alone. I'm just done with the evilness and people thinking, I'm doing good. You know that whole thing my grandma used to always talk about? And she used to tell my mama all the time because she was a sociopath. My mama was a sociopath. And let me tell you, in their mind, they'll steal money from you. The difference between a sociopath and a psychotic person is this. A sociopath will steal money from you and help you try to find it. Yeah. All right, it's a sociopath. Now, a psychotic person will let you keep the money, kill you, and then take the money. That's a psychotic person. I don't think that she's harmful, but I wouldn't want her in my life. because I feel that she stole something from me, and it was my time. It really was. And it was making me feel like shit. And she did rub me the wrong way. It just is what it is. It's a life lesson. My life lesson, next time I get another female here, I am going to express, please read the descriptions down below, because I am going to change them, and they will include something every single time that I go live, because I do not want anybody, and I'm not including just females, I'm including males too. They have proven to, you know, use and abuse my good intentions. So yeah, and it's happened, yes. And I don't appreciate it. And I don't appreciate people coming in and using people who come in here and they want to hear about Pahrump, or they like to hear my stories, or they like to just converse and talk in here and they feel safe. I would not feel safe with someone like her. She needs to seek help, a lot of help. And I'm not a therapist, and I don't put myself as a therapist, and I feel that she went and didn't just poke me, but she fucking kicked me in the ass and laughed at a time that I was really down. I needed somebody to go, hey, you're laid off, it's all good. But no, it wasn't that way. She tried to push me down a really dark rabbit hole, and I don't appreciate that. So yeah, she gotta leave. She's got issues, really. If someone told me, and when I remember I said I liked the group, my friend, my guy friend said, hey, and I was married, and I'd never, you know, we just talked how to make our channels better, and I needed help with my thumbnail. He was nice enough on Facebook to help me out, and we just became buds. He had a girlfriend. I used to talk with her. We got along great, but some of his tech friends hated me. There was this one chick with this bright hair color that just hated me. I mean, she really hated me. And she made my life a living hell because she disliked me so much. I was like, damn, I don't know what I did to her. I didn't really care, you know, but I dealt with a lot of problems since then. I've had problems I wanted to make. I had to sit back and I had to figure out, since I haven't had time to write or put out any skits, because that's what I'm working on. I'm working on two. One is a female witch, and another one is dealing with, it's called, I'm going to have to either put like the snake lady, you know, something to do with the adventures with the snake lady. And that's what I'm going to have. And it's just had no time. After all this time of being laid off, I come up with these great ideas and stuff after being, you know, I was really felt really down after being told I didn't exist, and I was a piece of work pretty much, and I just felt like I don't, uh, she's like, I didn't do nothing wrong. She's a nice sociopath. That's all she is. She's lied to everybody, including herself. That's the bad thing about sociopaths. They lie to themselves. They're some of the best liars that I've ever met. They are the ones that will steal from you and help you look for your money. Mm-hmm. I mean, in most cases, you know, as long as you say yes to them, they're not going to be a problem. But she was a problem, and I do not enjoy her at all. I'd rather have no one come in. But we're almost done, and I really appreciate talking with you. It's been wonderful. I don't usually, you know, say this, but I have a way with finding out what people are like and pissing them off enough to where they piss me off, and finding out their true person. I don't usually bring anybody here if I think they're going to be problemsome. They're going to make someone feel uncomfortable. It just is what it is. It's a learning lesson in life. I don't, I don't have a real good luck with lately, so I'm hoping to change that. But I'm tired of people coming in here thinking because I'm nice that I'm not a strong person. And they got to realize I paid off a lot of bills without anyone's help except my own. Yeah, I didn't have my dad. He's dead. Both my parents have passed. My grandparents have been gone for like over 20 years, you know, on both sides. So, you know, it's just me. A lot of my cousins, you know, I only got along with a certain amount of people in my family, and then I just figured, God, I'm going to save some money in Christmas cards, and I haven't sent any Christmas cards either. So, yeah. So when it comes to dealing with just people and they I constantly feel I'm having to go, okay, I accept your apology, but I don't want to see you no more because I don't think this is the first time this has happened to this person. She really needs to go and seek some therapy. I really believe this is like not the first time. My feeling is she needs to go seek therapy. I'm not mad at her. She's not mentally all there at all. I mean, she's a pretty girl. She just, you know, that elevator just quits and it just stops. Well, that's where it stopped, like right here. And she just keeps talking and doesn't think what's going on. And I really don't want to deal with somebody who doesn't care about anyone else's feelings but their own. I'm done. And her coming back going, "Oh, I love you." No, you don't. I really don't think she knows what love is. And I really think she needs to seek a lot. She needs, and I'm, yep, he done wrong. My uncle used to say I get it from, because I have an uncle who is a therapist. Well, he used to be licensed. He was licensed 10 years ago. I'm guessing a while ago. So he was licensed therapist, and yeah, he said, you really can. I go, no, you just give it time. You give it time before you expose your soul to anybody. I'd give it 3 to 6 months before I'd expose my soul to anybody, because I didn't expose my soul to her. And, oh boy, she lashed out. She, yeah, she showed me she did not want me as a friend. But then she comes back, you know, all lovey-dovey, and I'm like, wow, not even apologizing, nothing. It just didn't fucking bother her. So that almost puts me in a category. She could be a psychopath. She could do stuff and really not give a flying fuck what she does. And when you're dealing with a psychopath, them fuckers kill. That's what the FBI deals with and all that. Look it up. I watch all the FBI documentaries. I'm a documentary whore, and I'll tell you this much. She needs to seek help. Exactly. And I do get some really good people. I've had people on here, but they don't come. Katie's one of them. And she only comes on here in a blip, you know, and she'll be listening, but she won't be sometimes participating. And she's the nice one. Oh yeah, you know, I'm going to work. So she works as a cashier over in Kroger, over in the Midwest. So, you know, she's got her stuff going on. Oh, I get a lot of good people. You'll have a bad day, and all my people, if I say to them, I'm having a bad day, please pray for me. I get people who normally don't jump in or come in. They come in and they're like, oh, I'm sorry. And you say, you know, you all pray together and we talk about the problem. And I go, well, I'm not going to be on live a full hour, because I took care of my problem and prayed and got along, you know, got people who I normally don't get on here. And I'm grateful for that, because back in the day, I remember back in the 80s, you know, if you were bummed out and you were mad at your main friend, you had nobody, you know. My dad would come home and I'd be all bummed looking and goes, okay, what's going on? And we would talk about it. But other than that, you know, I had no one. You couldn't go on the internet. It wasn't invented. So here I was, you know, a teenager, and you had to deal with so much. There's so much more avenues to open up to people and say, hey, I got a bully in school. I have this going on. And you can really open up. You don't have to say much, but you can say what's going on enough to where you can get people knowing that you're being bullied or whatever, you know? There's so much more in the avenue of what's going on than what I even grew up with. God, you get people pissed at you. You had no one to talk to if you lived alone. Shoot, you know, I have my son every so often, but on the average, I got two black cats that I talk to that are amazing animals, but they, yeah, I got one sleeping over next to me, and then usually they're, yeah, I got one here and one here, each not even almost the same length away from each other. It's amazing. So yeah, I got two black cats. I'm a cool bitch. That's what I feel like. This is my, one of my, I consider her my bestie. I don't know if she considers me, but we have a great time. And I told her I was going to be showing her picture off to all my friends. Well, hello, friends. This is Sid Vicious here. And we call her Vicious because she can be. Oh, yeah. And she always puts me in a good mood. I enjoy people. I'm grateful. You know, I want to say, Snark, I am grateful for having friends like you. I am. I'm very grateful. I just think that some people I, you know, forgave. I just want her to stay away. I really do. She doesn't realize that when you hurt someone's feelings and you think that you're doing good, the road to hell was paved with good intentions. Because she really came off as very caring, but it was a while after I had been gone. It was almost like she came back with a vengeance and with an attitude after I came back. And that's what I found out. And that's when I started meditating before coming on here and going, her intentions was becoming more and more visible of what it was. And I really knew what it was. And I knew that she was using me, and I didn't enjoy it. And I do not want her to come back. I do not want to hear from her. I do not care to see her. She needs to seek advice and tell him that she's not a sociopath. She's a psychopath. I can guarantee, I can put money on the fact she probably, if I was in the FBI and I dealt with someone like her, I would first go and look into her IP address, who her real name is, and then I would look into her history, where she's supposedly from, and find out what kind of history she has. And when someone with a sociopath and tendencies like that are usually, and not always, but usually, they will kill someone. They have a rap sheet that's a mile long or more. Yeah, I can guarantee. And they are beautiful. The more prettier she is, the more damage she's going to do. Guaranteed. I don't know why. I've seen so many of them. The not so pretty ones, they can do some real damage, but some of the real pretty ones will do some major damage that you will never come out from. Thank you. I really am. I just feel that, you know, sometimes people just, like they say, time sorts them out. And that's why, after being on the internet and having people, when I started dating, lied to me, say that they weren't in a relationship. They were, some people I was talking to was married. Some people, they were not just in a relationship, they were to be engaged. One lady told me she was to marry her guy in 2 months, and I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I mean, it was on dating app, and I asked him, Are you in a relationship? Are you in any kind of relationship, married, dating, engaged? And he said no. And she went cuckoo for cocoa nuts. She took a picture of my vehicle while I was working. I worked midnights, and that's not cool. She was out there, what, before 2 in the morning taking a picture of it. Because she thought I chased after him at his work. I go, no, you got to get it. No, I didn't chase after him. He chased after me and told me he was single. And I had proof. I just took pictures of our conversation, and after that, I didn't hear from her ever again. I was like, fuck. After 6 months of being chased by a crazy woman who was to marry this guy who apparently was probably screwing everything on the face of the earth. And then I said, oh, I'm going to go get tested. And I did. But at least I talked to her in the end and was able to resolve this issue. I just think that I should forgive, not forget, and say, hey, just go on your merry way. I'm done. And I'm so great. Yes. You know, I am so happy to have someone who is amazing, you know. And I call my friend John, he's my Polish prince, you know. I'm very grateful to have someone who is, you know, been helpful. When I would have people come in, he would welcome them in. So I made him a moderator. I'm like, fuck, that's awesome. And sometimes you'll suggest, you know, hey, you know, I'll suggest, you know, things to my friends from other creators that I knew, and my creator friends would contact me. Oh, yeah. I had a friend who said, I don't know who this blink blink, and it was like a username of one of my friends, and they got in an argument with my creator friend, and he got banned. He found a way to contact YouTube, and they banned him for like a month. But yeah, I've done that too. I had a creator friend that's no longer living, and he was here in Pahrump, and when he passed, I thought, God, I sent several people, hey, yeah, you know, he's my, you know, he lives here in Pahrump too, and I would put his his information. I would give it to friends of mine on Facebook while we were messaging, and they would go on his page. Hey, my friend, you know, Omega suggested this, and he'd go, oh yeah, yeah, and they'd become super assholes. And I would apologize. It's just once in a while. Everybody does it. You think you're like helping. Hey, you know, hey, she seems really nice. You know, real open minded and all this other stuff. I have unless the woman has children and is a dedicated mom and is an open-hearted person, I get more people, I don't know why, attracted to my place because they think I'm going to be real nice, and after a while they'll be real nice people, and then if I'm gone for a certain amount, they think that I'm trying to personalize my leaving on them. And it wasn't even, I left because other people were coming in here and they were getting pissed about not finding John, and John didn't even know them, and they were giving me death threats and stuff. So I just figured, I don't know who these people are. John don't know who these people are. These people are cuckoo for coconuts. I'm just going to go on my secondary channel, which is Odd Girl, ODD Girl. And I need to have more people on there because I don't know if it's the name. I try to change the name. I don't know if it's the vibration. I try to change it to positive, but it's, you know, it is what it is. I think God sent me a message to be more positive and to just move on. That's what the message is, because I keep getting crazies on here. So my message, I think, from God is to become more positive, to take care of my stuff here so I can live a better, calculated, fun life that is easier to live with. Because right now, I have my room clean. I literally do. Have my bed's clean. It's like that. And I need to take care of that. I had some stuff to take care of in dealing with my unemployment. I do have 2 weeks of work that I haven't been paid for, so I got to do 2 weeks worth of showing that I've been looking for a job. So that's where I'm going. So I'll finish that up and put in that I have when I would go back into work. So here is to all my beautiful people. Put a thumbs up. I really would appreciate it. And I know, yes, I do got haters, and I have people who think that they love me, but their love is very, very see-through and not wanting, I don't want no part of. And I'm going to even have to put this for starting today. I'm going to change what's going to be put out and change the fact when it's still locked. I'm going to change what's written on top. I'm going to have to, for some reason, men and women think this is a platform to either, they'll subscribe temporarily and then they'll try to ask for help from people. They'll try to, I don't know, I don't want to be, this is not a P. Diddy site. There ain't none of that stuff going on here. So I don't know where they get this idea about this, but this isn't the first time, and I am setting the rules, and that's where I'm going. Yeah. The rules have to be set. Because if I don't, it's going to keep happening. But if you're new, I'd really appreciate it to read down below. That's what I'm going to start saying. We are not a P. Diddy sex site. We do not appreciate you sending nude or photos that are inappropriate. If you cannot send these photos to family members that are not swingers, just imagine that, So yeah, I don't appreciate somebody making other people feel uncomfortable, and she did. She really did, including me. And what she did to come back as a person showing love, came back as, I don't want to lose this game. Now, sociopaths will say that they lose the game or whatever, and psychopaths will keep coming back because they don't know what they did wrong, because they have no empathy at all. Like, zero empathy. It's just the way they're made, the way they're wired. Don't ask me. That's what, you look it up. I've dealt that. They're just not the type of people who will say they're ever sorry. They will act like they don't know what they did wrong, because in their mind, they didn't do nothing wrong. And that's just the way it goes. Well, I've gone over. Yeah, shoot. You know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to what I'm going to do is put it in the, I got to look for, it's my secondary channel. And it might be too small of a channel to even start, where people look for it. So I'm going to put it with this information from today on forward. I'll just put my information from Odd Girl and try to get at least 50 people. I can go live on that. Because you have to have 50 people. Where it took me TikTok, oh my God, it took me forever to go live. I mean, really did. I started TikTok when, I think in 2019. It took me 6 years to be able to go live on TikTok. And I just do tarot reading there. But I do advertise on TikTok. But when I do, I get people in here. Unfortunately, I had one lady explicitly talk what she put out on her channel, and I just quit advertising on TikTok for people to come and watch me. Really, it was that bad. So for me, it wasn't good advertisement. I had a woman, she was like, I wanted to get her banned forever. It was that bad. It was like, uh, she didn't even put herself as, she was nice. She said, "Hi, how are you?" And then she goes, "Yeah, I'm this person on TikTok." And then she said, "This is what I do." And I'm like, holy crap. I'm trying to quickly, I got the last sentence first and everything, you know, when you do one sentence, it goes there up. I was like, oh God, thank God. Oh, I blocked her for 24 hours and that was it, you know. So, yeah. Well, I am going to get going because I got 4 hours before I have to get up for work, and I am going to go and take a 4-hour nap or so. So I love you guys. You know, keep praying. It does help. Prayer works, and I know we can see the light of the tunnel, including with, you know, Israel and what's going on. So love to all. And everyone have a wonderful um, day, you know.